Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Professor Devashree Gadgil from BMS Department of Changu, Kana, Thakur Arts, Commerce and Science College. I would like to present here the topic on finance for HR and compensation management. The topic is on legal and ethical issues in compensation. Moving to the next slide. Pay structure. Let us understand pay structure. Pay structure is called as salary structure. That means the various levels of pay that exist from different job categories. So pay structure creates a logical design framework that facilitates the fixation of equitable and the fair employee. Pay structure plays a very important role because of which the employees will come to know what are the how the right salary can be given at the right time to the right employees into the organization. Moving to the next slide. These are the factors which are required to be considered for a sound pay structure. So let us understand what are the different factors which are to be considered for a sound pay structure. They are as follows. Number 1, alignment with the business objectives and needs, internal equity, external equity, reward for the desired performance and behavior. Next is legal compliance. It is necessary to check the rules and regulations and as well as the laws before designing any kind of pay structure into the organization, and reconciling the individual and the organizational interest. Moving to the next slide. How the pay structure or the compensation system is designed. First of all, it is necessary to do the analysis of job, then the evaluation of job. After that, pay structure can be developed or designed. The survey of wages and salary needs to be done. Pricing of job needs to be done. And last is, it is necessary to revise the compensation and to control the compensation structure. Compensation scenario in India. As per the salary survey in India for several years, it is found that the employee's compensation is not considered as a major issue in spite of its cost and added value. In India, various legislation influence the structure, computation and the payment of compensation. In the case of government employees, the salary is fixed by the recommendations of the pay commission that are accepted by the government. Salaries of the top level management of the organizations are also affected by the Companies Act 1956. To determine the salaries of various occupation groups, the government has constituted wage boards. The fair compensation is an important part through the decent work as defined by the International Labour Organization. So it's all about pay restructuring in mergers and acquisition that we are going to understand. What is restructuring? So restructuring is nothing but implementation of the strategic changes which aimed at improving the performance by reducing the level of differentiation and integration and downsizing the number of employees to decrease the operating cost. Now let us understand what is meant by merger and acquisition. The implementation of merger or acquisition on pay and condition of employment do not seem to be considered seriously enough is most takeover battles. Moving to the next part, this checklist needs to be considered in the merger and acquisition. Number 1, executive rewards. Number 2, salary structure. 3, general salary reviews. Next is performance management and performance related pay, salary administration procedures, profit sharing schemes, pension schemes, other schemes, and as well as trade unions or staff association. These are the current issues in compensation and management which are needs to be considered. Number 1, internal and external equity, balance between financial and non-financial rewards, linking pay with work performance, desire to lead, pay reviews, employees participation, and as well as social concern. Challenges in compensation management. Human resources, especially human resource managers, they face various challenges in compensation management. These are the following challenges: emergence of innovative job designs, relevance of money as a prime minister, lack of objectives in fixation of pay structure, political and legal challenges, difficult in fixing the compensation which cannot be, it becomes very difficult for the HR manager to fix the compensation for the various levels of employees, balancing organizational and individual needs, and last is different ethical issues in pay fixation. These are the various ethics in compensation management. It is necessary to set the rules and regulations as well as the principles. Compensation issues are need to be designed properly. There should not be unfairness while designing the compensation. it is necessary to pay right amount of compensation and unethical behavior should be avoided. And as well as while hiring the employees into the organization, the performance evaluation and the discipline, proper discipline has to be followed to avoid the problems in designing the compensation management, and proper policy has to be there into the organization for the termination of individuals. Last is these are the HR ethics activities. So ethical behaviors among the employees by enforcing the following HR activities. Number 1, staffing and selection, training, performance appraisal, rewards and disciplinary rules. So it is necessary to determine the proper payment rates. So two components, direct financial payments, indirect payments needs to be considered. As well as it is necessary to understand what are the direct financial payments, indirect financial payments, which are nothing but in the case of direct financial payments, wages, salaries and incentives are there. In the case of indirect financial payments, benefits, employees, paid vacations and insurance, these are the indirect payments that needs to be considered. So this is the equity and its impact on pay rates, external equity, internal equity as well as individual equity, procedural equity needs to be considered by designing the compensation system. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.